many people depend on the groundwater for their useful activities. So what happens once the people use the water present in the form of groundwater, water table, and use it again and again? What happens? It will deplete. Now, because of that, the water table gets depleted. Now, what are the different factors? Now, let's understand here what are the different factors because of which the water table is depleting again and again. Now, first of all, the first factor is increased population. Now, why increased population is affecting water table? So, here understand carefully. Now, if population is increasing, what is increasing? That is, number of people that are living on the earth's surface are increasing. Because of that, the activities done by them or the activities in which they use water, like for bathing, cleaning, washing, that is also increasing. And because of that, more amount of water is used. So here, when more amount of water is used, the water is taken from the water table, and because of that case, water is decreasing. Now here, like understand here, if number of people are increasing, right, population is increasing, their daily activities in which they use water, that is also increasing, right? Now if their daily activities that use water, they are increasing, from where they are taking water? That is, they are depending on the different water sources like our wells, hand pumps, and this water sources from where they are getting water is from our groundwater. Now when the more people are using water present in the form of groundwater and from the water table, what happens? The groundwater or the water table will decrease, and as a result, the water present in the water table will be depleted from time to time. So this is the very important factor. Now when there is, again, just understand one more factor. Now this is about the activities, increased activities. Now if population is increasing, now for this population, what government need to do is, or what people need to do is, they need to increase their housing activities, or we can say that manufacturing activities. Like they need to form more and more homes for their residing, like they wherever they need or wherever they have to stay, they need to form more and more houses. Now for this formation of houses or building houses, now if they are building houses, they need to clear more and more land, and in building houses also more and more water is required, right? Now when more water is required, again here, from where the water is coming? From the groundwater. Like the people who are doing the building purpose, like they're manufacturing the buildings, what they do is, they also depend on these sources, like the ones which take the water from the groundwater. And because of that, again, the water in the water table decrease. Now because of this, now clearly understand here, like because of only one factor, how much water is taken for the use. And we know that for the recharge of this water table, it takes a lot of time. It is not like that ki in one day rainfall is coming or wo ja rahi hai and then it is recharging the water table. That is not going to happen. It takes a lot of time to recharge the water table. But the activities are increasing day by day, and because of that, there is very much less amount of water is present in the water table, or we can say that most of water is wasted in these processes. So that is how this increased population is affecting the water table. Now let's move to the next factor, that is increased industrialization. So what is industrialization basically? Here, industrialization means forming of more industries. Now basically our industries, whatever industries are forming, all the activities which are done by the industries depends on the water. Now here they also depend on the sources which get the water from the groundwater. And because of that, like we know that population is increasing, because of that more industries are formed, so that the useful products which are come from the industries given to the increased population and to fulfill their needs. And as a result, these activities, the industries also need the water. Now for that, the water is also taken from the groundwater. And again, once the water is taken from there, what happened? It also results in the depletion of water table. The next factor is agriculture activities. Now here also understand that the main factor is our increased population. Now day by day, when the population is increasing, their demands, the daily demands that they require, whether that product is coming from the agriculture activities or from industries, they also increasing. Now if more population is there, more agriculture activity has to be done, so that for that population more food can be prepared properly. Now for that, these agriculture activities also depend on the water. Now the farmers which do the agriculture activities, they also depend on wells, tube wells, hand pumps for growing more and more crops. Now from where the water is coming into these sources is also from the groundwater, that is our water table. And once the water is used, again here also what is happening? The water is depleting from the water table again and again. The last factor is deforestation. Now what is deforestation? Is that cutting of trees. Now when there is cutting of trees, what happens? Now basically what trees do is they absorb the water into the soil, so that the water can easily seep into the soil and goes down and recharge the water table. But as deforestation is occurring, that is more and more trees are cutted down, because of that what is happening? Less water is seeps down, or less amount of infiltration process is done, and because of that the water table is not recharged properly, which results in the depletion of water table. And again, like more and more deforestation is done to give houses or land to the population here. So what happened? For the seeping process, that is for the infiltration process of rainwater into the land area, the area is very less, and as a result what happened? Less amount of water seeps into the ground, and thus the water table is not recharged properly. Now because of all these factors, what is happening? The water table, or we can say that the amount of water which is present as groundwater is decreasing day by day. And hence, since we know that the groundwater is a major source, and if it is not maintained properly, what will happen? The problems will be faced by the population itself, or by the people itself. Now because of that, it becomes very important to conserve water.